Hey Criss Crew, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is DelaCriss. Y'all, I think I'm really gonna like these Friday chats. I still don't know what we're gonna call them, but last week was so fun, and my favorite thing is that just the conversations that we get to have in the comments, like that's super cool. But y'all gonna have to be patient with me on this camera. Like, I don't know, I can't figure out the outside lighting. Like, if y'all know what setting that's supposed to be, let me know. Like, this is a Canon, I don't know, y'all. I'm trying, okay? I just don't want, like, I'm not trying to look light-skinned. And there's nothing wrong being light-skinned. I'm just not. And I don't want y'all to be shocked in public if you see me. But, so if you know how to help me, I don't know. Y'all see that weird? Whatever. Okay. So, yes, last week was super fun. I'm glad we talked about being tired and being tired, like, once you hit that point. And it was cool to know, like, I'm not the only one feeling that way. And so I really appreciate y'all's love and support on that. And one of the things that we talked about that I was being tired of was not having, my husband's truck broke down, so we only had one car. And we've done that one car life before, but that was before we had 4 different schedules. Like, I have a grade schooler, a high schooler, my husband's football schedule, and then my own schedule, and it was a mess. I was in the car for 4 or 5 hours a day. And that's just not really how I want to spend my time. So I'm so grateful that we finally got a truck, and in the process of buying the truck, the Lord just laid something on my heart that I want to share with y'all about this whole idea of leveling up. Like, people talk about it all the time, but I want to, like, kind of break that down based off kind of what happened with us. So let me give you a little bit of backstory first about my husband's truck. If you don't know, if you know us in real life, you know. Okay, so we bought that truck 5 years ago off of OfferUp for like $2,800. okay, and it was like a 01 Dodge 1500, and I mean, it was fine. It was low mileage, but sometimes that's not good because that means it's been sitting. So that's what this truck was sitting, and so that can, like, you know, mess up some of the functions in the truck. So it had been sitting, but it did the job. We were so excited because, I mean, we just needed a truck at that point. My husband had been cutting yards in his car, y'all, and putting his mower in the back of his car. So, like, that's why you'll hear us say, like, if we have to encourage each other, like if we're trying something new or starting a new business, we'll be like, that's okay. You're just in the cutting yards out of your car phase, right? Just the beginnings of the beginnings, right? Anyway, so we had this car, and then literally over the 5 years, it just started to break down. And so what's funny is, like, my husband is a coach and a teacher, and so literally every student at the school had a better car than him. Every student, y'all. And so, like, the truck made noises. It didn't have no AC, no heat. Last winter was rough during the snowstorm. But if y'all know, you've been around here, we do not care, right? We have a vision for our life. We're not above driving hoopties. Like, it is what it is. More people need to drive hoopties so they can be in better financial situations, okay? Anyways, so the truck, I mean, it did its job. It lasted us a good minute, and I was actually, like, literally, y'all, in 2 months, the plan was to finish the house and free up some money and then buy him a truck. Well, God had other plans, and I was on the phone with my mom, and I was like, I just wish it would have lasted 2 more months. And my mom was like, yeah, but you really can't. She's so positive. Yeah, you just really can't complain, though. Like, look at everything it brought y'all through. Like, and it's true, y'all. We were able to move. I think we moved like 3 times using this truck. If you just think about U-Haul rentals alone, you know what I mean? We made our money back. Y'all saw we built this house with this truck. Like, we put windows in the back of this truck, all the things. So I'm not trying to reminisce over the truck, but it wasn't hoopty. Like, his mirror fell down, all the things. Like, I wish Maya could be here with me telling y'all about this truck. But anyways, when it came to his next truck, we decided, okay, we're going into our 30s. Like, we're making a little bit more money. Like, we're ready to, you know, kind of level up a little bit. Now, level up for us at this stage of life means, like, you know, we're ready for some AC. We're ready for some AC in the truck. You know what I'm saying? Like, like a rear view mirror, you know, be like somewhere for the kids to be able to put their, like, the seats more comfortably. Like, we got a lot of kids. Like, it had those, like, doors that open this way versus like a crew cab, I think it's called, where you can have 4 doors. It had 2 doors, not 4, or 2.5 doors. I'm terrible at describing vehicles. But that's what it had. So we were ready for something a little bit different. And also, he has a Dodge 1500. So we were thinking maybe getting a Dodge 2500 so that he could start to haul stuff, you know, like he's starting his business and with the animals, or even picking up different loads, so it can have some options, you know what I mean? Y'all, also, another thing is with the chips, I don't know if y'all have heard, there is a shortage in trucks right now. I was like, Father, please. And so since there's a shortage in new trucks, we're not looking at new trucks, but because there's a shortage in new trucks, people aren't getting rid of their old trucks. And so there was a shortage of used trucks. Simple economics. The supply was low, the demand was high. That means the prices are high. Okay. So for like 2 weeks, we were looking everywhere, y'all. Like 2 or 3 weeks, we were looking everywhere, like Craigslist, Facebook, Marketplace, cars.com, trucks.com, all the places, constantly, from morning to night. Like, I would send him pictures, he would send me pictures. Then, like, y'all know his schedule, so every time he's at work, like, what's up with car dealerships closing at 7? Which I want everybody to be able to go home, but I don't know, maybe having 2 people work 2 shifts, I don't know, because I just didn't understand that. They'd be like, we're open from 10 to 7. I'm like, he's at work. They'd be like, we're open Saturdays from 8 to 2. I'm like, he's at work. So he had literally had to take off work like 2 or 3 times. So we were exhausted. Just trying to find this truck, y'all. I was so tired. I was like, I don't think I could take any more of this. And we couldn't find anything like $2,500 in our price range. And so finally one day, like, we were walking one night and I was like, babe, maybe we're skipping levels. Like, maybe we're not ready for a $2,500. Maybe we just need a $1,500 that is in better condition than the one you had before. And he was like, I've been thinking about that too. Like, and so like we prayed on it and stuff like that. And we felt at peace about it. So we're like, okay, we're about to start looking at 1,500s. We're going to humble ourselves. Long story short, we couldn't find a 1,500 either. But one night, y'all, it was a Friday night. We went to sleep and then I woke up in the morning at like a little bit before 4 o'clock in the morning and grabbed my phone in autopilot. And I don't do this. I really don't. But I think I was just so desperate for a truck that in my dreams, literally, I woke up, grabbed my phone, and I just checked Facebook Marketplace one more time. I was like, maybe something new came up that we could possibly go look at this Saturday after Meyer goes to film. And so I pulled up my phone. I was literally half asleep. And I looked and I pushed it and I saw a truck. And I was like, And, it popped up. It was a 3,500, but I remember when we were looking at different trucks, Meyer like saw this other truck. He was like, oh, I would want a 3,500 if it didn't have like the dually wheels, like the double wheels on the back. And we were just talking about that for the future, like not right now. But then like I showed him and he was like half asleep. He was like, oh yeah, I like that. Like he wasn't even awake. He was like, yeah, I would like that. And so anyways, we both went back to sleep. And then that next morning I remembered, like, I think I got up at like an hour or so later. And I remember I said, babe, like, did you like that truck? He was like, yeah, I do. So I showed him to him again. So I set it up for us to go see the truck after he got done looking at film for football. And then what also happened that Friday is his dad sold the house that we helped him flip, right? And so he paid us for that. And that literally was the right amount of money to like put this truck back in our budget. And so, guys, like, Meyer loves his truck and I'm so excited for him. Like, he can haul in it. He's going to be able to, I said, like, take some other, because we were ready to humble ourselves. We're like, we'll just level up as we level up. So we'll get the better 1,500. We'll, make some more, save some more, then we'll get what we need to get. I feel like because we were humble enough to say, Lord, we can't find anything in our budget. So for now, we're just going to look at 1,500s. I feel like God honored that. I really do. Like, he knew the desires of our heart. He knew that we weren't trying to like buy a 3,500 just to like flex or whatever, right? Like, we want to create a better life for our family, right? This is going to be a business tool. But because we were willing to humble ourselves, I feel like God blessed us with more than what we asked for. And now, like, this isn't a brand new truck. Like, I'm not trying to make it seem like that. It's higher mileage and that's what put it back in our budget. But Cummins, they go like 600, 700,000 miles if you take care of them. So I feel like just us even evaluating our life and saying, okay, are we trying to skip a level? Like, are we trying to skip a level? Like, that's where I feel like God was like, I'm going to honor them, because we don't ever want to skip a level. We knew that we could get something a little better. Like, we're not at the phase where we have to go on Craigslist and get, the $2,000 truck, which is, if you're there, that's fine. But I just think us not trying to skip a level. And I feel like so many of us try to skip levels, not even just in cars and all that, but we try to skip levels. And like, Y'all, the Bible literally says, do not despise small beginnings, right? And it also says, he who can be trusted with little will be trusted with much. Like the little things, like the little starts, like I think we just have to like be there, like just be okay with that. Like I feel like so many of us, like we're not willing to do something if it don't look sexy from the jump. And like, here's what I mean. Like we'll have some people come out to our house and they don't mean anything, but it's just how I think our brains are wired to think. And they'll be like, what y'all gonna do with these branches and like this grass? And I'm like, excuse me? Like landscaping? Like we're building a whole house. Landscaping is like item number 5,000 on the list, right? We're gonna get to it. We know that will make it look beautiful, but that's not the goal right now. That's not the focus. We ain't on that level yet, right? To be over here spending all our money and time and energy on the landscaping. We're not there yet, and that's okay. Like so many of us won't buy a house because we can't get into the $500,000 house. Well, really, you just need to go over here to Stop 6 or South Dallas, or sorry, that's where I'm at. We're in DFW. So you just need to go over there and get you a starter home, okay, and flip it, get the equity, and then maybe in 5 or 10 years you can get the $250,000 house. I don't know, but I just think we have to, like, because once you get to that point, like we talked about last week, where you're like, I'm tired of being tired, I'm tired of being in the same situation. Great, that starts a flame in you, right? What it doesn't mean is you go out and just buy whatever you want or do all this. And I know there's like a method out there where it's like, if you get around nice things, if you get around people who are doing better than you, like that will be, your brain will form a way to make that your reality. And it's true. It's true. And that's okay to do that, right? Like test drive, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know if y'all know what I mean, but like test driving, new cars, or like driving in neighborhoods that you would desire to be in. And I'm not even talking about manifestation, y'all. Like this is biblical. Like visualizing where you want to be. There is nothing wrong with that. But know your level. Like be able to self-assess. Know your level, where you are, and then work to that, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. And don't be ashamed of that. Buy the hoopty cars, right? Clean it, vacuum it, take care of it. Like do your own hair and nails. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we have to look raggedy, but just knowing our level. Like I don't like, if you like feeling put together, learn how to do it yourself. Like be on the level that you're on. Honor it, you know what I mean? And God sees that. He really does. And like truly be confident on that level. Like you don't, like as you're on that level, like, so we were able to drive hoopties and drive one car at a time and do all this because we had a vision for our life. We knew where we were going, and that was more of a driving force than what people thought about us. Like we kind of just don't care about that, right? Like be confident on that level. When you are like consumed with the vision that God has given you, first of all, you're too busy working on that anyways to think about what anybody else thinks about you. But you carry yourself with a different confidence, so you can get out of a screeching car with a smile on your face. Hey y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like you can roll the windows down and roll up to the school where the kids driving Escalades and be just perfectly fine. It's great, right? Knowing your level, honoring the process, because really it is in the process that you become, right? And it's the same thing with starting a business. Like I wish I could give you guys perfect videos, perfectly edited, perfectly all the things with all the top equipment. I'm not there yet, and that's okay. That's what I love about you guys. You guys are genuine anyways. Like y'all are here for it. Y'all are here for the mistakes and the choppy editing. Like I'm gonna try to get better, but this is where I'm at, and the process really does make you. So don't skip the levels. Don't feel like the pressure to, especially with social media and all that stuff. Like you don't, I have so many opinions about that. That's a whole nother Friday chat, y'all. But anyways, if you made it to the end of this little chat, like just know, like sometimes I feel like I'm just rambling, but I'm just sharing what's on my heart, and I love it. And I love that y'all are here for this and that y'all support, and it just means the world to me. If you're new here and you like, oh, camera changed again, but if you're new here and you like these sorts of things, be sure to join our community. Like, and I love when y'all comment and we get to talk further about these conversations in the comments. It's like my favorite thing. So I hope y'all have a great weekend. I hope that you guys are still making things happen this weekend, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. Love y'all.